Let's do some debugging. Uh, Everyone just loves debugging C. So I'd mentioned before yesterday that I was gonna do some debugging. There's just a few, well, just a few unit tests left to fix out of 800 or so, really close. And I'd love to show that how to actually do it, like in person. You can watch someone do it instead of just have me spout out instructions. So it'd been a little bit since I'd done this. I want to say like a month or so. So I just blew away the repository and followed these instructions again, and they work. They still work. So I didn't need to check out Hyper, of course, but I just reran build, comp, configure, and make, um, and I just picked one of the tests, just to make sure that the things worked, and then blew it all away and set up the stream. So let's pick one and see about fixing it. Um, the one that I was looking at, just pick one from the top, is Krill test 1941. So that's, the tests are all in here, but instead of scrolling there, we can just test 1941. This is the test that gets run, and for whatever reason, it's apparently failing. So we're going to go ahead and run the test and see if we can figure out why. So let's run test 1941, right? Did I make that big enough? Looks huge on my screen. And we got to run F to force it. Yes, it's explicitly disabled, we know. There it is. SC out failed. Check expected, check generated. Okay, so this is a diff file of, I guess, what was expected and generated in that test. So that's right. It's a little confusing because the diff command produces little dashes to show file or lines that are missing, but I believe the test file itself, or not the test file, the output itself even has dashes, which can make it slightly confusing. But so what we can do is just what is that? Log check generated, and expected, right? You just put them next to each other. So they're the same length, right? Okay, so these are the same. Silly thing, yeah. Expected expects the server header at the bottom, but we have server from the connect up here at top. Looks like that's the problem. Well, I mean, I guess, yeah. I guess these dashes aren't supposed to be here because it's not supposed to be combined like that. Okay. So why would that be happening? That seems weird. Uh, this comes from, what is the test even doing? Uh, curl easy header using a connect request. Okay, so you have a proxy in low A, a connect. You make a connect to it, which replies, sure, go ahead with server from the connect. That's the thing that we're looking for here, server from the connect. Yeah, and the silly thing. And then they make the regular request, I assume. I figure there should be a GET request in here somewhere, no? Maybe it's just implied. Anyways, after the proxy, the server responds with 200 with this server header set cookies. Okay, so I guess the thing is that stdout expects these to have been printed from connect request, and then it expects this to have been printed from the server. But what's happening is that this server header is mixed. I guess it's just mixed in the wrong output. Why would that be happening? Okay. What's the best thing to do? I guess we could go spelunking in the source. Where in the world in the source would that be? Let's try with the debugger first. We want R to run. Look at that. Everything's amazing. What just happened? You gave me a bunch more output. This is great. Okay. Connect, establishing the thing. Yeah, cool. And here's the response from the server. Got these things. Hyperstream is done. No, that's from the hyper integration. So it finishes that, and it outputs this. It's interesting. Tunneling is complete. There's the GET request. Cool. And then it replies. Get the server back. You output it. Done. Okay. So it didn't combine the server header here. Interesting. What is it? Quit? Sure. Or you know what? Yeah, okay. This has um, this has a C file that is also run. And that's in the, not in data. Where is that in? Is that in lib test? Yes, it is. Okay, what is that? 1940? Cool. So, what does this function do? Or what does this file do? Set URL, file location, blah, blah, blah. Do perform. Show mem curl h header. Oh, show them. Cool. Okay, so show header and show 1xx and show trailer. and show the connect headers too. Okay. Printf. That's what we're looking for. So this is using the new curl easy header thing. I see, and you pass in the type. Yeah. Okay, so this is testing out that the curl easy headers are working correctly. And the problem, it looks like, it prints this. Right? Yeah. So first printing header and then printing hconnect. And what we see is that the test from the connect is in the easy headers incorrectly, but it's not printed incorrectly as part of the debugging flow. So at some point, here I am blaming something else. I'm saying that curl is somehow scooping that up into its easy header structure. Maybe the way maybe the hyper function oh, we don't want source, we want that. Maybe the hyper specific file is somehow not pushing them into the internal headers thingy. Where is that? Like C hyper or something. There it is. What is that even called? Header, HTTP header, curl debug, yeah. And connect. Right. Why would it do that? This is where I don't know nearly enough stuff about curl to be able to know where to go. Which is why I thought it was be fun to put this together, because most people I would expect also have very little idea where to look. But you get to see that I also have no idea what I'm doing. I just type things in a search bar and hope it makes sense. It's called programming. Mm, Perl client, right. I want, okay, what's the easy header stuff do? in here. Hey, curly the header. There it is. Okay. Copy header external. Interesting. Okay. We pass on the type, and you're checking for headers of that type. You copy them out, right? Yeah. Curly the header. Header amount is more than one. Wait, what? Show. Let's show. Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you query for all these with a type. Got it. So it sounds like, it kind of sounds like that is catching the wrong thing. So, okay, so if we run this with the debugger, and we want to break somewhere. What do we want to break? Like 168? Run. That didn't work. Why didn't that work? What is the next header? That's why. Hey, JDog, how's it going? Just love reading C code. Okay, so where could we break? Twitch on the Xbox, huh? Yeah, it does seem like they um, released Twitch on the Xbox and then never touched it again. I don't know. That's what it feels like. I'm sure they have made updates, but I doubt it's fun to type on the Xbox. That sounds horrible. Maybe like 103. So I need, what do we say? 3. There we are. Uh, date. I don't care about date. Continue. Server. We do care about server. And what particularly are we checking for here? Can't log in on Xbox. I don't know the answer to that one. Mm, okay, so name index is 0, type 1 request. Well, we want we want to break at where at like 113, I think. Right. So continue. Let's go. Interesting. We didn't get to 113. What is type 1? Uh, continue. Content length. Right. Mm, yeah. Let's go ahead and restart. Okay. We're checking for date. Don't care. Checking for server. Okay. It's S for show? No. Um, P, right? The P? PE. There we go. Cool. Go next. Uh-huh. And if we were to HS name server, cool. And it's type 1, which we're apparently looking for. Okay. Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah. Okay. And if we continue, server from the connect. So you shouldn't be there, but you are there. That's the problem, right? So why would you be there? HTTP headers, data state HTTP headers. Okay, so what is that set? Let's find out. Perfect. It is never set, obviously. Okay. Um, that's not true. Uh, what? Hmm. So it's all set in here. Okay. Um, I'm gonna guess it's from here, right? Nope. When are you called? HB2. That's not what we care about. But this is probably important. I mean, I could also just check here, right? Yeah, send F. Uh, where are we even in? Chop right. Hmm. Okay. Chop right. Where do you have curl client right? Hey, there you are. Okay, makes sense. Uh, type. What is type? Type is just an int. Perfect. Immediately clear. Mm, right, right type. Client right. Huh. Okay. So I'm gonna try break at C hyper. And what is it? 297. Okay. Let's try again. Here we are. Sure, go ahead. That's the response to the proxy. Yeah, there it is. Sure, go ahead. Um, and what is right type? Right type is 6. Also obvious. How would I have? Yeah. Welcome, Kyle. And see ya. Uh, this is basically what I do. Just poke at things. Actually, I almost never use a debugger. I just use print debugging. But editing a C program and recompiling it and everything, that just is no fun. So I kind of like using a print debugger where I just print from GDP instead. Um, so right type is 6. Well, that's duh. Uh, okay. Perfect. And where's that defined? Probably a header file. There it is. One shifted over one. Okay. Uh-huh. Um, yeah, anyways, continue. Oh, sure. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, took too long and triggered I don't know. Yeah, just continue. Um, that's interesting. Split two out of bounds. Why would you have panicked? Hmm. What? Uh, hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. break at? 297. And run. Continue. Still interesting. Well, that's not cool, but I think also a red herring. Probably, right? Yeah, sure. We'll say sure. Um, what were we doing? So what we do right here, and what we care about is that calls chop right, which define cool. Got it. I think that's what we want. Okay, so let's send def line 609 and run. Hey, there we are. So what is H type? H type is 1. What does that mean? I miss. I mean, I know that computers, everything's just numbers, but I miss where the numbers meant something, like a new variance or something. Okay. Yeah, cool. Show me where this is. Of course you wouldn't. What am I looking for? So there's type and H type. Because of course there is. So there's a fake enum of client right. There's a fake enum of curl H. And the problem is that this is being recorded as a curl H header, right? That's what we want. it didn't include. Uh-huh. Okay, so it's in the header file, which line 41. Cool. So the H type is 1, which is a plain server header. And that's wrong, right? This is where the problem is. Because if it was set as curl H connect, um, then it would have been 6. Or I mean 4 instead of 1. Yeah. How many tests are left? It's a good question. Let's go ahead and pop the stack a bit because figuring out this stuff is super fun. Mm, so, well, there's an easy way to look. The source of truth, I guess you could say, is all here in data. Disabled. There's about 800-ish HTTP tests in curl. And, well, and here's the files that are disabled, starting with if hyper, and it goes to here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 in total. But they're kind of grouped. You notice like 1941, 42, 43, 2301, 2302, which usually means that they're testing out like a tiny variation in a feature in curl. And which also means that likely if we were to fix like 1941, then probably they'd all be fixed together. So I've kind of grouped them together in that sort of way, like 1941, 1942. And thrown them in here. So I have a set of these ones we basically know what's wrong, and it probably needs to be fixed in curl, unless it's like a issue like this, which just means that Hyper probably needs to fix something or add something. In the case of like HTTP1 trailers, which I mean, who actually uses HTTP1 trailers? And then all these are don't know why it doesn't work. Like we see the test failing, but why is it failing? I don't know. That's what I'm doing right now is trying to figure out why 1941 fails, which is probably the exact same reason why 1942 fails. And once we get all of these into done, which is basically making all of these no longer have to be disabled hyper, that's the last blocker. So what did I say? 16? But they're kind of grouped, so whatever. Um, so the problem, if we come back to 1941, Oh, okay, cool. So it's 1940 is the function. I get it. Cool. Um, the problem is that it's recording the server with an H type of 1. No symbol. That's not even what it's called, is it? Oh yeah, it is. But yeah, no, the constants wouldn't be in the file. Um, the problem is that it's set to curl H header, and it should be curl H connect, right? Which means that type says it's 2. And where's that? No? Is that on it? Hey, there we go. Uh, type is 2, which is client write header, and it should be client write connect. That's the bug. Well, at that point, that's the bug. So curl, why are you calling this with the wrong type? Client write connect. Right type. Hmm. Oh gosh. Um. Okay, that client write body. Yeah. This is status line, and then this is each header. Okay. Interesting. Hmm. As I think about how curl works, while I know nothing. Um, hmm. Yeah, that is interesting. Okay. Um, I'm gonna quit and try again. But we're gonna go ahead and break it into those lines. So 166. But then we also care about, yeah, huh? Anyways, what line? 297, right? Go ahead and run. What line are we at? We're at 297. And right type. Cool. If we continue, now we're at 166. Got it. And right type is 2. Cool. That seems like the issue. Data state hconnect. And I don't know what the hconnect stuff means in state, but it smells a lot like the bug is here. Hmm. I mean, not in status line. I don't actually care about status line. We do care. Um, each header, here we are. Okay. Data state. What are you going to show me? Ooh. What does any of this mean? Hmm. H connect equals true. Know what I'm kind of wondering? No. Uh, happen. Gosh, I don't know. Hmm. What we actually want, I think, is when do you set this? Huh? In here. What is this? See connect response. Cool. Yeah. So in here, each header, what do we do? .hconnect is false. Or interesting. Why would write type be added as client write body? It seems weird. Why would you set that? What line is that? Uh-huh. Um, all right. I quit anyways. Yep. 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 Actually, here. What is that file? Um, yep. So, um, got that auto tab thingy. Look at me. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. Okay. Uh, to rebuild, I run make, right? Okay. Remake the test. Easy. Actually, I don't know if it fixes it yet. We'll find out. So, how's it going? This has been a fun hour. I may or may not say that all the time. So, my dev environment is different from a few people. I work in Windows just because I've always used Windows and never wanted to learn how to use the Mac. And then when I played in Macs, all right, now stop that. Um, and I ended up not liking how it was like subtly different than Windows, and so I just never liked it. So I use Windows, but I know that working in Windows for most things that I need to do is no fun. So I have here, this is just the Windows subsystem for Linux, but I don't actually do the development on my computer or my laptop. It's a 5 or 6 year old laptop. I use Mosh to connect to a server that just always has the stuff running. And it's just running Ubuntu. And I've used Vim for the past, I don't know, 12 years or whatever. I play with code every once in a while, but um, I keep coming back to Vim. I know I could probably make it do, like, what is it? SSH remote in VS Code? Or is it the remote plugin? Something like that? But I don't know. Just doesn't stick. How are we doing? We're going to test, and we're running 1941. Go! It worked. Easy peasy. First time. Let's just go ahead and see if 1942 was in fact. No! What happened there? Aw. Oh, 1XX responses. Uh, of course, 1XX. That's because. Well, I'll come back. Don't load that big directory. So, the concept's the same. Right, like the bug is similar, but the problem is that it came from a 100 continue instead of a HP tunnel connect request. So it did not just fix itself. But knowing what the problem was, uh, I bet the problem is very similar. I just don't know where the 1XX stuff is. Hey, that one right there. Okay. When does that get called? Where's the search one? Um, that is never called in the C hyperfile. What does that mean? Well, I kind of want to call it there. Um, and maybe walk around a bit and then maybe come back to the next one, but probably off camera. Uh, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I want to stretch. Been sitting a little while. Um, and I'm scared that there's no handling. No, that's not true. It's got to handle 1xx because I'm sure there's plenty of other tests. Uh, well, whatever. But thanks for coming by and hanging out. This was fun playing in C, where everything is just an integer. Um, Hopefully, I let you feel like you could do this. Maybe. I don't know. Or I just that I have no idea what I'm doing. That's also a possible success criteria. But thanks for coming to hang out. If you're thinking of how to do this yourself, the instructions, I wrote it up earlier in the year. You just follow these instructions, and I just tried them out a few hours ago, so they still work. And then you can pick one of these and do what I did, and then maybe either file an issue on the curl repo, or if you have a fix like I did, can make a pull request, and you get to be in the list of curl committers. Anyways, thanks all for coming and hanging out. It's fun. We should do it again. Bye bye.